As a Metal Gear fan, one movie that I'm really looking forward to is, of course, the Metal Gear Solid movie, which is being helmed by Kong Skull Island director Jordan Vogt-Roberts. It's still in its early stages of development, so we know very little about it, but what is apparent is that Jordan is actually a fan of the series who genuinely cares about doing this right. He seems to understand how valuable the Metal Gear series is to so many people, and he seems to have a lot of respect for Kojima's work as a fan himself. Say what you want about him, but at the very least, he's got the right mentality and attitude, which I think is a great sign. But whether his good intentions actually yield a competent adaptation and a good movie, well, that remains to be seen. I've seen too many video game to movie adaptations fail to get my hopes up so soon. There is some news about this movie that is worth talking about, though. In a recent interview with website Den of Geek, Jordan Vogt-Roberts gave some insight into what he believes Metal Gear is and what his plans are for the movie, even hinting at the possibility that it might span across multiple time periods. Here's his full statement. It's like, fundamentally, Metal Gear is about the cycle of pain, and it's about this fucked up, weird family soap opera, and it's about ideologies, and it's about characters and philosophies, and it's about playing with tone, and it's about so many different things, but a lot of those things are conceptual ideas, so I was able to go in and say, and have that moment to say, here's what it needs to be. If you don't want to do this version, just say so now and let's split paths. But with Kong being what it was in a post-Logan Deadpool world, they all kind of said, okay, let's make the version that I have pitched. Right now, what we're trying to write is the craziest punk rock, Kojima, rock and roll, like holy shit, they're going to try to make that movie that does this in that many time periods, like it's special. Whether we can execute on that script, whether we can get it made, who knows? But right now, I truly believe that the target is in the right direction, and so we'll see what happens from there. Beyond his statement to Den of Geek, Jordan also took to Twitter to share some insight as well, stating the following. Trickiest property on the planet. If I thought there was a filmmaker in Hollywood who cared about MGS more than me, I'd let them direct it. I've been thinking about the active versus passive experience for years. I'm fighting for the movie you'd be proud of. Unlike comic books, which have had many runs over decades, MGS has been one unified run under the lead of Kojima, so there's one canon story. I am sensitive to that and want to respect it. However, the movie is not designed to be a retelling of a particular game. It will likely share heavy thematic and story elements from a few games mixed together, but in a way that attempts to respect canon. I can't say much more because it would get into a very cool device I'm using for the film. My way into the film is very punk rock and Kojima, but that won't make any sense until you see it. I'm fighting the good fight every day. So yeah, according to Jordan, the movie will take place over the course of many time periods. It's not a retelling of a particular game, and it will share thematic and story elements from a few Metal Gear games mixed together in a way that respects the canon. Very interesting. I do believe that we at least know that the movie will focus on Solid Snake, but I wonder if Jordan's recent statements mean that we'll also get glimpses of Big Boss's backstory as well. At the very least, I think it's safe to say that the existence of the Patriots will be established or at least introduced in this movie, since Jordan wants to future-proof this movie for potential sequels. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Part of me is concerned that this movie will lose focus by drawing on too many different aspects from different games, but another part of me knows that you can't really adapt a video game directly into a movie. You have to play around with the format a bit. So Jordan is doing that, and that might be good for this particular endeavor. I do find some comfort in knowing that Jordan is friends with Hideo Kojima, which means that at any point, he could potentially consult the father of Metal Gear himself for some advice. At the same time, though, it is important to keep in mind that this is Jordan's movie, not Kojima's. Don't expect this movie to be Kojima's vision. This is Jordan's take on Metal Gear expressed in film format. I can't deny that I'm nervous about it, but I'm also really excited. I look forward to the day when we'll finally be able to see a trailer. That's it for this news update. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below what you make of Jordan's statements regarding the Metal Gear Solid movie. Also, if you liked this video and enjoy my content, I hope you'll consider supporting me on Patreon so our community can stay afloat without having to rely on third-party sponsorship and corporate interference. And to be further updated on all things Metal Gear, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!